Good morning, guys. Hmm. Morning. We're gonna start at 10:05 like we normally do. Good morning, guys. Hmm. I think today's lesson is gonna be a little short, not necessarily too short, but not necessarily too long. Probably about the same amount of time as we did yesterday. Maybe a little bit shorter. Give it maybe 35, 40 minutes, roughly. It's not too crazy to go over. And then again, today's assignment is going to be everything's on Schoology. I will show you guys what the answer to your exit ticket is later on today or later on the stream. I'm not going to show it right away. Though, wait, maybe one day I will show it right away. No, 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 that's not fun. I have to show it sometime in the middle of the lesson. All right, 10:04. Do one more minute. Get some water. All right, that's fine. Yeah. All right. It's 10:05. Let's begin. All right. We are doing similarities and proportions part 2. Okay. Basically, we're just going to continue other similarities and proportions stuff. All right. Hold on. I'm going to mute my phone real quick. Okay. So, number 1, it's asking we have a rectangle that is 7 centimeters by 13 centimeters, okay? And it's asking which of the measures of the rectangle is similar to the rectangle above, okay? Now, the way we're supposed to solve for this is we're going to set up a proportion, okay? Now, there are a couple of things that I want you guys to notice before we continue, okay? If you look, we have 7 and 13, right? If you look here, 10 and 16, all they did was add 3 to both numbers. They added 3 to 7, 3 to 13. That gets you 10 and 16. When we're talking about proportions are a direct multiplicative or uh, like the only way you know they are similar to each other is through multiplication or division. You can't use addition and subtraction. Okay, that doesn't work. So I'm actually just going to X out B because I already know that's going to be wrong. And I'm going to look and do the same for D because look, all you did was add 1, and so that's actually going to be wrong as well. So in the end, we're actually only just going to solve two proportions or set up two proportions and solve. So we're going to start with the first one, which is 3.5 over 9.5 is equal to 7 over 13. Again, small over small, big over big. Or small over big, small over big. Okay, so we have 3 point, come on, why is it not erasing? What the heck? What's going on? Hello? What the? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so we have 3.5 times 7 is equal to 13. Oh, wait, no. 3.5 times 13. Whoops. 3.5 times 13 is equal to 7 times 9.5. Okay, and we're looking for the same outcome. Okay, so pull out that calculator. All right, we have 3.5 times 13, 45.5. And then we have 7 times 9.5, or 66.5. All right, if we look there, they're not the same number. Therefore, that's wrong. Okay? Now your answer has to be C, but let's double check just to make sure. Okay? 2.8 over 5.2 is equal to 7 over 13. Again, we're going to cross multiply. Let's see. We have 2.8 times 13 is equal to 7 times 5.2. Throw that in the calculator here. We got 2.8 times 13, or 36.4, is equal to 7 times 5.2, or 36.4. All right, this is bad. This is good. Okay, which means your answer is C. All right, let's do the same thing for number 2. Let's see. We have 3.5 and 6, and if we look carefully again, right here and right here, all I did was add 1, so there's no way that's going to be correct. If we look right here, the small one got smaller, but the big one got bigger. Okay, so, and what I mean by that is this, okay? What I mean by that is this. If we take a look at the smallest number, 3.5, and we compare it to 1.7, and then we take the bigger number, which is 6, and compare it to 7, this here got smaller while this here got bigger. That is no way it could be a proportion. They either have to both get bigger or they both get smaller. So D is already out. Okay? And again, if we look at B using process of elimination, this is actually plus 4.5 plus 4.5. So technically speaking, B is already out as well. Okay? Now, let's double check just to make sure this answer is A. Okay? So we have 15.75 over 27 is equal to 3.5 over 6. Okay? Just going to double check. So we have 3.5 times 27 is equal to 15.75 is times 6. Okay, and so we have 3, oh, that's 3.5. That's like 3 times 5. Let me fix that. 3.5. There we go. 3.5 times 27. 3.5 times 27, or 94.5, is equal to 15.75 times 6, or 94.5. So this checks out, which means your answer is A. All right, awesome. Let's take a look at number 3, number 4. Okay, now it's asking for a scale factor. If you guys remember scale factor, it's basically the change in like the comparison of the size of one shape to another. Okay, now when it says A to B, or the first shape to the second shape, we're basically going to create a fraction. And the fraction is that the second shape is gonna, whatever measurement is of the second shape is going to be over the first shape. So if we look here, B to A is going to be B over A. I'm good, Axel. How are you? All right. So all we're doing now is just looking and comparing, uh, picking a side that we can easily count, because guess what? You can't count diagonally. That's We don't know how to count diagonally. That's not how it works. But what we can do is we can count vertically. So if we look here, we have B, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna use another color. So let's use green. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is gonna go on top. And then for A, we have 1, 2, 3, or 3 at the bottom. So your answer is 4 over 3. That is your scale factor. Okay, it's always going to be the second one over the first one. Okay, so let's take a look at 4. All right, it says PQR is similar to P prime Q prime R prime. Makes sense. All right, so we're going to pick, it's going to be here over there. So it's going to be P prime Q prime R prime over P Q R. Okay, so again, we're just going to pick one side that we can easily count. And so from PQR, or P prime, so from the prime version, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the non-prime version, we have 1, 2, 4 over 2, which becomes 2 over 1, or just 2. So your scale factor is just 2. Okay? Nice and simple. So now let's take a look at number 5. Okay? The figures are not drawn to scale. Okay? This time they're just giving us two shapes. What is the scale factor? Okay, so we look, we have to put this one over this one. So I'm just going to put A prime over B prime. Oh, whoops, I meant A prime B prime over AB. It's just easier that way. Okay, so if we look at the prime, we have 9 for AB, which is 9. And then we have, let's make a different color. So we have 9, then we have 27. So if we simplify this, this becomes 1 over 3. All right, and we'll go back here and just circle stuff or show answers. This is your scale factor. Okay. Let me just color it brighter. There we go. There we go. All right. So number 6. Okay. Again, this time it's going to be this over that. So let's go J, K over J prime, K prime. all right, which is equal to JK, which is down here, 1, 2, or 2, over 1, 2, 3, 4, over 4, or basically 1 over 2. So your scale factor is 1 over 2. Okay? Nice and easy. All right? So that's scale factor. All right? Remember, whenever we're saying any shape to another shape, it's always the second shape over the first shape. Second shape over the first shape. Okay? Or second, when we talk about A to B, it's always, yeah, second shape on top of first shape. Okay? Let's look at number 7. All right? We're going to just do some nice, easy solving of proportions, but now we have algebra involved, and we've practiced algebra on Monday, so we're just gonna incorporate more algebra into proportions, okay? All we're doing right now is just cross multiplying, okay? So we have 5 times 2x plus 1, oops, make that clear, is equal to 2 times x plus 2. Again, here we have to distribute, okay? So we're going to have 5 times 2x, or 10x, plus 5 times 1, or 5, which is equal to 2 times x, which is 2x, and 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, from here we're going to just solve for x. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I'm going to run out of space here. 8x plus 5 is equal to 4. It's just 4. All right, I'm gonna increase some more space. I didn't realize I would run out of space so quickly, which means I'm gonna add some more space here. Come on, is this not working? Hello? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna add some more space there. Okay, so and then from here we're going to oops, let's go and draw. Subtract 5 from both sides. We have 8x is equal to -1, and we take that, we divide by 8. X is equal to -1 over 8. Or if you want to put it into decimal form, 1 over 8, or -1.25. I'm going to make a note. X equals 1 over 8, or X is equal to -1.25. Wait, was it 1.25? Was it 12.5? Oh, 0.12 to 0.25. 0.25. Negative 0.125. There we go. There we go. Fix this to make it neater. Or, there we go. All right, let's do number 8. So we have to cross multiply. All right, so we have 5 times r plus 5 is equal to 8 times r minus 9. Again, we have to distribute. So we have 5r, or 5 times r, plus 5 times 5, which is 25, is equal to 8 times r, which is 8r, and then 8 times 9, or negative 9, which is negative 72. And then from here, we will just solve. Okay, so let's subtract 5r from both sides. So we have 25 is equal to 3r equals, oh, sorry, not equals, minus 72, which in this case we're going to add 72, add 72, and then we'll have 97 is equal to 3r, divide by 3, divide by 3, r is equal to 97 divided by 3, whoops, no, 97 divided by 3, or 32.33 repeating. There's your answer. All right, nice and easy. Simple. All right, let's continue with number 9. Okay, so number 9, again, is just cross multiplying. Okay, so we have 9 times p plus 10 is equal to 8 times p minus 7. Again, we are, come on, distributing. So 9 times p is 9p, plus 9 times 10, which is 90, is equal to 8 times p, which is 8p, and then 8 times 7, which is, or 8 times negative 7, which is negative 56. All right, good morning, Anthony. So, now let me double check, because 8 times 7 always throws me off. 8 times 7 is 56, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so now let's subtract 8p from both sides. So we have 56. Then we subtract 90 from both sides. So we have p is equal to negative 146. And that's your answer right there. Negative 146. Nice and easy. All right, let's do number 10. We're going to cross multiply. All right, we have 2 times n plus 8, which is equal to 7 times n minus 5. Oops, again, we have to distribute. All right, so we have 2n plus 16. All right, and then 7n minus 35. All right, just going to solve it like we do normally. All right, I'm going to get rid of the 2n first. So we have 16 is equal to 5n minus 35. Add 35 to both sides. We have 51 is equal to 5n divided by 5. So n is going to be equal to, it's not going to be a super nice number, but it's not going to be too bad. 10.2. There's your answer. All right. 10 questions down. It's 10:26. All right. Everybody feeling good? Anybody have any questions so far? Have you guys been doing your work? I don't get that many texts to me. I don't get that many remind messages. I feel like you guys are not all completing your assignments. I don't know what's going on. All right. According to our schedule, you know what? I'm going to talk about this on Friday or maybe Thursday, tomorrow. We're going to talk about what's going to happen next week. Okay. I'm going to change it up just a little bit because I feel like people are somewhat just skipping the live streams, and which I guess is fine. No, it's not, because this is like skipping class. You should be watching every you should be watching the whole lesson. All right? You shouldn't be skipping the lesson. You should be watching every lesson. If anything, put it on the side and watch it while you're doing, something. Okay? Yeah, you have to pay attention because I'm looking at numbers. But if you can listen to it and you can understand it, then that's fine. But you have to know that this is a class grade. I'm going to start doing something next week and I'm going to explain it on, I say Friday. Yeah, Friday. I think I'm going to explain how I'm going to take attendance grades next week. Okay? Because I feel like people are just not. I had 20 plus viewers last week. Can barely make 10 viewers this week, which means people are slacking off. Or somehow they've gotten so busy, or they just don't want to wake up, or they just don't care enough to watch the streams anymore. All right, so I'm going to address that this Friday about how I'm going to be taking attendance grades for next week. Okay? Because we're already halfway through this week, I'm not going to count it for this week. Next week, I will. Okay? So, with that, I'm going to continue on to the next problem. Okay? A nice break right there. Let's go to. All right. For these, I'm going to have to add more space because I need to add more space. Oh, that might have been too much space. Oh. Uh-oh. No, go back. Undo. Undo. Oops. Redo. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more space there. Little more. There we go. Okay. So in this case, it's similar to what we did above here, except now you have to set it up. Okay. Now you have to know how to set it up. So again, we're comparing horizontal and vertical horizontal and vertical relationship. Remember, it has to be either from the same shape or its corresponding side. So like how 4 and 5 correspond to each other, and x plus 5 and 15 correspond to each other. Okay? All right, setting it up. We have 4 over 5 is equal to, now remember, this is from the same shape, these are from the same shape, so x plus 5 goes with 4, and then 15 goes with 5. From here, we're just going to cross multiply. Okay, we have 4 times, no, we have 5. 5, oh my gosh, 5 times x plus 5, and I forgot to switch colors. This 5, here we go, times x plus 5 is equal to 15 times 4. All right. Again, right here, you have to distribute. So we have 5x. I'm just going to change this to 5x plus 25, because 5 times 5 is equal to 15 times 4, or 60. Subtract 25 from both sides. We have uh, 35 is equal to 5x divided by 5 divided by 5. X is equal to 7. Okay, let's keep going. All right, we got to set it up again. Take a look. We have this side here, which is going to match with this side here. Okay. Ooh, I should correct that. SC it should start with HT. Ooh, this should be HTRJ. Oops, there we go. Made a small error. Uh, oh wait, no. I made a mistake there too. Oh my God. Hold on. This should be, hold on. SCJR. What am I doing? I'm doing this in reverse. JR th. There we go. That's how it should be. I'm gonna fix that later, or I already fixed it on here. Okay, so where did my colors go? What happened? Oh, okay. And then we have 2 and 3 matched together. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2 over 3. It's too big. Make it smaller. 2 over 3. Hmm, 2 over 3 is equal to, again, 2 matches with x plus 3. 3 matches with 2x plus 2, excuse me, 2x plus 2. So 2 and x plus 3 will be on top. And at the bottom is 2x plus 2. Okay, there's no need to shout, Osvaldo. This is why you have to practice. Alright, that's the whole point of practicing. I don't think I made any questions too difficult. It's long, but it's not difficult. You just have to do it piece by piece. Okay? If you can do the first 6 questions, you can do all of them. Okay? Actually, if you can do the first like 4 questions, you can do all the questions. Alright? From Monday. Because all you're doing is just more distribution, combining like terms, and then solving for x. Okay? That's all you're doing. It's the same process, it's just more of them. Alright? It's not like I'm giving you something else. I'm not giving you anything else. I'm not giving you like different things. I'm giving you more of the same things in the same problem. That's all I'm doing. Not making it, I'm not doing a whole different topic. Alright? So, right here, let's continue with 2 times 2 times 2x plus 2 is equal to 3 times x plus 3. Okay? Distribute. No, let's use another color. Distribute. Okay? Distribute. So we have 2 times 2x, or 4x, plus 2 times 4, which is 4. Oh, sorry, 2 times 2, which is 4, is equal to 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, we're going to subtract 3x from both sides. We have x, 1x is plus 4 equals to 9. Subtract 4 from both sides. So we have x equals 9. Oh no, not 9. What am I doing? X equals 5. There you go. Okay, that's 11 and that's 12. All right, now let's do 13 and 14. Well, let's do 13 first. Okay, 13. All right. You have to match the correct letters with each other, matching the right sides. Okay, we're looking for the value of x. And since we're only given 2 sides here, we have to make sure we match it to the same sides on the other side. Now, the hard part is you can't really tell because the triangles are slightly they're like turned. Okay, so if they're turned, then we have to focus on the lettering. Okay, so it says A, B, C, and Q, R, P. That means A matches with Q. Okay, B matches with R, and C matches with P. So if we have QP, Q and P right here, Q and P matches with A and C. So A and C is, oop, that's not A and C. That's A and C. Come on. That's A and C, which means this line here matches with this line here. So let's just start with that. X plus 4 over X, okay, is equal to, take a look. I need another color. Here it is. So we have PR. So PR is BC. So BC, which is these are matching. All right, so x plus 4, we're going to have 2x minus 1 over x plus 2. Okay? Um, that is an issue that I cannot solve if if the videos on YouTube aren't loading, because it's fine on my end. When I load it on YouTube, it looks just fine. So I don't know if it's like an issue with your internet and it's just not streaming fast enough or something. Maybe you have to lower the quality. I do tell you what the actual thing is. Like I say what the exit ticket answer is going to be, and I show it for a little bit. But I have had other students that haven't had issues, so I don't know what's happening on your end. Okay, so in here we're going to do this. So I'm gonna advance just a little bit. It's gonna be a little more difficult. I might need more room for this. Maybe I should just skip this. Nah, I'm not gonna skip it. It's fun to do this. All right, so we have x, oops, times 2x minus 1, and then we have x plus 4 and x plus 2. Aha. Yeah, I can't. That's a technical issue. That's not something I can help you with. Okay. All right. So distribution. Now distribution is gonna be a little bit odd because this one, well, the first one's easy. We have x times 2x or 2x squared. Okay. And then minus 1x because it's just multiplying by x. Then we have x times x times 2, 4 times x, 4 times 2. Haha. Fun stuff. All right. So we have x times x, which is x squared, and then x times 2, which is 2x. Then we have 4 times x, which is 4x. Then we have 4 times 2, which is 8. Okay, we're going to combine like terms here. So we're going to have 2x minus 1x is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay, so we're going to still get it to, actually, in this case, you want to get it all to one side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to subtract x squared there. So this is going to be, I need more room. Ooh, oh, I'm going to need more room for this. This is a longer problem. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to keep continuing. All right, so we have minus x squared. Okay, you're just minusing that, so you just have x squared here minus 1x is equal to plus 6x plus 8. Okay. Now in this case, this is what we call, we're gonna have to do something called, uh, shoot, I forgot what it was called. I'm blanking here. I think it's called factoring. Double check. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. No, that's wrong. It's solving a quadratic, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it's solving for a quadratic. Sure. Okay. So in order to solve for this, we actually have to get it all to one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to keep going here, x, and move all this to that side. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite it. X squared minus 1x is equal to 6x plus 8. So I'm just going to subtract 6x. Subtract 6x. We have x squared minus 7x is equal to 8. And then subtract 8 from both sides. So it's actually going to be x squared minus 7x minus 8 is equal to 0. And the way you're actually doing this, no, I can do it later on today, but I have a meeting after class today. Okay. All right. So with that, you're actually going to do, I think it's factoring. So you're going to do this. Okay. Oh man, I don't want to explain this right now. So, you know what? I don't want. I'm just gonna complete it, but I'm not gonna explain it for now because I'm not actually testing you on this. It's been a while since you guys have done this. It's probably been a while since I've done this because this is a lot of algebra stuff. That you're gonna do a lot of this in algebra 2, but I don't do much. There's not much of this in geometry. Okay, so it's been a while. I'm out of practice, but the answer to this is actually x. Uh, what would be the answer? X minus 8, x plus 1. So there's actually two values of x. All right, is equal to 0. Okay. All right. So this is don't worry about this question here. So the answer is x equals 8 and x equals negative 1. But don't worry about this here. Don't worry about this question. All right, you're not going to be focusing on this during the what we're reviewing for, okay? So I actually shouldn't even given you this problem. I I forgot that this problem would be a little bit harder than expected. So let's just continue on with number 14. Actually, before we continue on, I'm going to show you the exit ticket now. All right. So the answer to your exit ticket. I'm gonna leave it up for. So here is your answer ticket. I mean exit ticket answer. All right. I'm gonna make the screen big. It is the magical item that is sought after in this harsh and quarantine time for no apparent reason because the coronavirus has nothing to do with your digestive system or your pooping for that matter. Okay? The answer to today's magical exit ticket is a roll of toilet paper, which again, people went crazy buying for no apparent reason. Okay? This is a respiratory disease. The COVID-19 is a respiratory disease, I believe. Actually, you know what? Don't quote me on that. But it's, let's see. I believe it is a respiratory disease, though. Yeah, well, the symptoms refer to fever, cough, and shortness of breath. All right, there is no explosive diarrhea for this, okay? I don't understand why people went crazy for toilet paper. It's ridiculous, okay? All right, anyways, let's go back to number 14, okay? All right, so number 14, we have we're looking for the length of BC. So we're looking for this total length right here. And in order to find this total length, we need to find this value right there, or x. We're going to call it x. Okay? So let's start off by matching the small triangle. 20 and 25. So 20 over 25. Okay? Now in order for us to get the entire length here. So we need the big lengths. We need the length for both. So I'm going to use the big triangle's length, which is this right here, and then the small triangle length is this right here. So we have to add these together. Okay, so the first one, which is 20 plus 8, or 28, It's going to be over x plus 25. For here, we just now continue by cross multiplying. All right. So I'm going to lower this so we have more room. All right. We have 20 times x plus 25. Then we have equals to 28 times 25. Then we're going to distribute here. So we have 20x plus 20 times 25. Oh, I can't do that in my head right now. 20 times 25, 500. Oops. 500 is equal to 28. Oops. 28 times 25. 700. So we subtract 500 from both sides. We have 20x is equal to 200. Divide by 20. Divide by 20. X is equal to 10. So x is equal to 10, but we're trying to find BC. So if x equals 10, to find BC, BC is just going to be the sum of 10 plus 25, or 35 equals BC. What do you mean? It's not accepting. Hold on, let me see. What, today's quiz? It should be. Let me check. Oh, dang it. I made a mistake. Okay, well, give it 1 sec. I'll fix oh shoot. Well, I will fix all the quizzes to enable them. Um I'll enable them all after I finish the stream today. Okay? So, since we completed that, I'm going to take the exit ticket off. There we go. Let's continue the last two questions. All right? It's similar to number 14. Come on. All right? So again, we're going to find the full length of FA, which is here. Okay, so we're going to call this X. We're going to start with our small triangle here, 15 and 12. So 15 over 12 is equal to, remember, we have to add. So add. So 15 plus X, and then we have at the bottom 12 plus 36, or 48. Okay, we have to add. I'm going to fix this. I'm actually going to write add. Okay, from here we're just going to cross multiply. Okay, 12, 15 plus X is equal to 48 times 15. Okay, going to distribute. Fit 12, wait, what's 12 times 15? Aha, 12 times 15. Oops, 12 times 15. 180 plus 12x. 180 plus 12x is equal to 48 times 15. 720. Okay, Osvaldo. Zoom is only available when I'm available. If I'm streaming, I can't do Zoom at the same time. Okay? There's no it's when I'm live streaming, that's the live stream. If you need help, come back at 1 to 2:30 when I'm actually on my Zoom. That is when I'm on Zoom, okay? If you can't attend at that time, you need to message me on Remind, and so we can schedule a time that is out of my office hours for us to meet. But as of right now, no, I cannot because the Zoom is not even on right now. I have to actually turn the Zoom on. I wouldn't even be on it because I'm doing this. I can't be in two places at once. All right, so minus 180 from both sides. Oops. Okay, we have 12x is equal to, I'm just going to scroll down. What am I doing? Oh, I blanked for a second. 720 minus 180, 540. Okay, we divide by 12, divide by 12. 540 divided by 12, 45. So x is equal to 45. Since x is equal to 45, we're just going to add 15 plus 45, or 60. So that is equal to FA. All right. No need to apologize. All right. Just have to understand things. All right. So same thing here. We have to find the distance between Elsik High School and Popeyes. All right. So we're going to call this X. Okay. So, um, start with the small triangle here. 500, 400, 400 over 500. Okay, and then we have the big side, which is here and here. So we have x plus 400 equals over 875. Cross multiply. 500 times x plus 400 is equal to, oh, let me fix the colors. So 500 times x plus 400 is equal to 875 times 400. Okay, and then this is something I don't really do in my head. So 400 times 500, 200,000. So we have 500. Oh, what happened? 500x plus 200,000 is equal to 875 times 400, or 350,000. Okay, we subtract 200,000 from both sides. And then we have 500x equal, I'm going to fix this line. Then I'm going to fix this line. 150,000 divided by 500. X is equal to, I think it's 3,000, 300. 150 divided by 500. Yeah, 300. I already did the exit ticket. All right, so if X is 300, okay, so it's going to be 300 plus 400 or 700 yards. Okay, so there's the answer. All right, so we got two more to. Oh, that should be. Why does that say 218? I feel like there's just stuff messing with me. Yeah, there we go. I should say 18. All right, two more questions. We're almost there, guys. Okay, here we have this, which is the small triangle, or 6 over x plus 2 is equal to the big triangle, which is here. So we have to have 14, which matches with 6. And then we have to add these two together. So 3x minus 3 plus x plus 2. Mm. Okay, or before we do this, we're just going to combine like terms real quick. So x plus 3x is going to become 4x, and then we have negative 3 plus 2, or just negative 1. Whoops, it's a 3. Negative 1. So I'm going to rewrite this equation of 6 over x plus 2 is equal to 14 over 4x minus 1. And we just cross multiply. Okay, so 6 times 4x plus 1 is equal to 14 times x plus 2. And then we are going to distribute here, distribute here. We got 6 times 4, which is 24x, plus 6 times 1, which is 6, is equal to 14 times x, or 14x, plus 14 times 2, which is, oops, what am I doing? 28. Then I'm going to subtract 14x from both sides. We have 10x plus 6 is equal to 28. Let's scroll down. Then we have minus 6 from both sides. We have 10x is equal to 22. Divide by, oops, not 2. Divide by 10. X is equal to 22 divided by 10, or 2.2. Okay, and it was to find the value of x, so there's your answer. X is equal to 2.2. All right, and the last question, same thing. We start with our small triangle. Okay, we have 18 over x plus 22 is equal to the big triangle, which we have here. Oh, I shouldn't cover that. Big triangle. Okay, so we have to have the sum of this side and the sum of this side. All right, I'm gonna move this actually so I can. There we go. So we have 18 plus 6, or 24, and then we have x plus 22. You know what? I'm gonna write it up here before we do that. We have x plus 22 plus x plus 2. Okay, we're going to add these. So we have x plus x, or 2x. Then we have 2 plus 22, which is 24. Okay, and now we cross multiply. Okay, so we have 24 times x plus 22, which is equal to 18 times 2x plus 24. And now we will distribute. Distribute. So we have 24x plus, oof, 24 times 22, which is 500, oops, 528, right? 528. And then we have 18 times 2x, or 34, no, 36x plus 18 times 24, 18 times 24, 400, oh, come on, 432. Okay, we solve for x. I'm going to subtract 24x from both sides. So I have 528 is equal to 12x plus 432, and then we subtract 432 from both sides. And I'm going to fix this 5. Okay, and then that's going to give us 528 minus 432, or 96, is equal to 12x, and you divide by 12, and x is equal to 8. All right, and there's your answer. Okay, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to just tell you guys to skip question. Okay, so I'm going to take a big red X. Okay, don't worry about this question. All right, you don't need to know this question. Okay, I just went over it. That's the whole reason why I go over these things. Okay, you have to add the sides. And here's a great example. If you need to rewatch this video, rewatch this video. Okay, that is the end of my live stream. All right, that is the end of today's lesson. I will. Oh, you know what? Before I even move on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable today's quiz right now for everybody. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I did not fix this. Save. All right. So I am going to go and enable it on everybody's thing because I made a mistake and forgot to enable it for everybody the first time. So enable there. Save. All right. Enable. I gotta do this for each separate class period. So it's gonna take me a couple minutes to do all this. All right. All right. Enable. All right. Right now, first through third period is good. I'm finishing up fourth period right now. All right. Fourth period is done. I'm doing fifth period. Whoops, wrong class period. All right, fifth period has been enabled. And now I'm doing seventh period. All right, all class periods have been enabled now. Okay, all class periods are done. Again, if you need to know what the exit ticket is, rewatch this video. Ha ha ha. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. All right, it was like a solid 2 minutes of me having it on the screen. Okay. So for now, I'm going to sign off. All right. If anything, okay, remember the exit ticket is one question. Okay. So there's no rush to finish the exit ticket because you only get one attempt. And once you exit it or once you do it, that's it. I don't give you another attempt. So don't mess up. Do the other stuff first if you have to. If you need to wait to rewatch this video, it takes time for YouTube to re-upload this because it takes time for it to like process to publish before after live streams, okay? So, give it a bit, give it like an hour, go take lunch. It's 11 o'clock, okay? Come back later and then do it there. All right? It's one simple question. Focus on the quiz over the exit ticket, okay? Guess what? The quiz is worth more. The exit ticket is not as worth as much as the quiz is because it just shows whether or not it's like attendance or participation and you're paying attention to my videos. All right. So I'm going to end the stream here. I will be back on Zoom at 1 o'clock. Okay. There is a new Zoom meeting code because of the Zoom update I had to make a new one. So check that and check back at 1 o'clock. The link is on Schoology as well. And I also sent a remind out of the meeting code and ID. All right. So I'm signing off. Make sure you guys complete your assignments. I'll see you guys tomorrow.